Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Trevor.
I am Natalie.
And we're your astute win counselors, get you through the week with any daily grind issues you may be experiencing or any questions or solutions you want us to provide you whatsoever. So let's get to our first winner. Our first winner is named April, and she hails from Bristol, Tennessee. April writes, Dear Win, can you please help me figure out this whole Denver hipster culture thing? I just can't understand it. Thanks. What do you think, Trev?
My advice to you, April, would be to not try and understand
to figure it out.
Frank, this hipster thing, the popular, whatever is, popular to be unpopular, non-mainstream, has been around for decades and decades. They've had different names, hipsters, hippies, beatniks, or whatever. It's constantly whatever is hip. You'll never be able to keep up with it.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, your best bet is to just ignore that, live your life how you want to. You can look in at that world and try to, keep up with what's popular, but just keep up with what you like.
So you're telling her not to give in to drink PBR.
Yeah, PBR overrated.
Okay. What do you think, Nat?
I don't know anybody who ever thought PBR was underrated.
Also true.
Just saying.
Keystone, bottled beer in a can.
It's a hipster. Sure, it's a code that they live by.
Absolutely.
To drink the PBR. But I don't think it's something that they do out of actual desire.
No,
it's just part of the code.
Yep, I think it's like initiation. You have to have it.
It's all about the irony.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Exactly. It's like, we drink PBR.
Yeah. We're not fancy. We drink PBR. And the funny thing about it is it's probably even like a subconscious communication. Like if you see another guy in a bar drinking PBR, you're like, oh, he's my brother.
So you can tell.
He's my hipster frat
They're
brother.
in the same club.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Totally agreed.
So do you think she should even try to figure it out why it is the way it is, or dive into it, embrace it, or just do what Trevor says?
I'm with April. I embrace this whole, I want to know a little bit more about these hipsters. I find them fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of flannel and what do you call them when your jeans are pegged at the bottom? Not pegged, but they're real skinny.
Yeah.
Those skinny jeans.
Right.
And they wear like really nice shoes. Generally, of course, I'm thinking of the men, right? But they do the whole facial hair, which is, I don't know, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I have to say that, you know what, I can't throw stones because I think they're kind of cute.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not age appropriate for them, so it's easy for me to be like, oh, I think cute.
Did you come to like a Jesus moment or an aha light bulb moment where it said, you know what, I really think these hipster guys are cute or they're onto something?
I can't date them. Again, they're not age appropriate for me, so it's nice. It's like it relieves me of any kind of judgment, really. Aren't they sweet?
But
you got to go for those original hipsters,
right?
Right.
Like the
Woodstock hippies.
Yeah, the Woodstock. Those are the
Thank
type.
you. Right. That's well, that's rolling a little later than I thought.
Those 1950s gents, right?
Thanks, Trevor. That hurts a little bit.
You're welcome.
It's okay. Trevor's a hipster, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, and if April could only look through the microphone and see that luscious hair of yours, she would scream hipster.
He has a darling facial hair.
Yep.
It's only because I can't grow that full beard that the hipsters are rocking.
And you're rocking that PBR Frappuccino double chocolate chip.
You know me.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
April, you know what? I kind of go in between the two of them here. I think that you can't really try to figure it out too much unless you get scientific. So what I would recommend is the first hipster that you could kidnap. Do it incognito, though, and the best way to draw them in is with a 6-pack of PBR. They'll come running from every corner of the city, county of Denver, and then you just pick the one that you want, put another 6-pack of PBR in the trunk of your car, have them reach for it, push it in, slam the trunk, drive out to Area 51 out in Nevada, in Groom Lake, and do all the testing that you want, like they did on the aliens, and then you'll be able to figure out this culture.
Pretty detailed, Alex.
Well, I didn't think about that.
I think
I shouldn't say this on the radio, but I have some informants that are telling me in Area 51 they are doing tests on hippies and hipsters right now.
Wow.
Sense.
Okay, so April just needs to go out there with the PBR.
I'm sure they gladly accept her.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, and I'll let you to the front door if you bring a 12-pack of PBR.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Done.
All right, let's move on to Andrew from Fremont, Nebraska. And Andrew writes, Dear Win, what's your biggest regret in life? Man, that's an easy question. God.
Heavy, man.
That's heavy.
Really heavy.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy. No. Biggest regret in life, Natalie?
Boy, that's a toughie. How many ex-boyfriends am I able to list? Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. My ex-boyfriends have been amazing.
3 hours.
They're all amazing. I love them all. They're great people. I would say the one thing that I truly do regret is that, when you're 18 and you go to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Not a clue. And I thought that I should, because some people do, but I had no idea. And I don't think most people do.
So what you're saying is you should have
Should have gone to Chicago and done improv.
There you go. Instead of trying to force yourself to apply yourself to something that you didn't really know what you want to do, you should have went to Chicago and done improv.
I had no idea what it was back then. Didn't have a clue till about 10 years ago.
Right. Well.
But yeah, I mean, I wish I would have explored those options more than just that traditional, gotta go get a diploma, gotta go get a jab.
Straight to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Did people make that mistake?
Did you do that, Trev?
I did do that.
Yeah. Was it a mistake, or did you go to like into artistic studies or something cool like that?
Well, yeah, going into, it sort of brings me to my regret, which may be the artistic studies for which I went to college for.
Oh.
But I, as much as I love,
sculpting,
the
street film?
screenwriting, I love it all. Sometimes I'm just like, if I were a doctor, went to medical school, I'd be swimming in cash.
Good point.
So.
Good point.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to sculpt street film and write about it.
True. I wouldn't have access to that street phlegm, just visionary sculpting.
Right. And that's the artistic education that you received and the training that you have in your head, is to see beauty out of something that most people think is repulsive.
That's true.
So your biggest regret turns into?
Biggest strength.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at
there
that.
you go.
But wait, we haven't heard Alex's biggest regret.
Of course.
My biggest regret is probably that I was born a human being.
Oh, Alex, you stop.
I know.
We have no proof of that.
I know, and that's the thing. I just know it when I'm sleeping at night. I have these nightmares, and then I'm like, "What? Why am I constantly having this repetitive nightmare like Groundhog's Day?" And it's me being an emperor penguin in an emperor penguin colony in Antarctica. That's who I really am. So I'm really gonna try to correct this biggest regret that I have of being a human being. I'm going through the transitioning process.
Nice.
Oh. It's interspecies transitioning.
Wonderful.
Pretty complicated.
And by 2020, I'll be a full-on emperor penguin.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you have our support and all the love from all the listeners, I'm sure.
I
We
appreciate
kind
that.
of felt like it. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I didn't want to, out you. But I
Yeah.
had a feeling you were always kind of that emperor penguin
Me too.
underneath.
I definitely had a penguin black and white thing with you.
When you guys gave me the strength to just put it out right now.
Yeah.
That's the first time
Things-
I mentioned
Things
it. to
aren't
anybody.
always black or white, but with you, I knew it was.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Beautifully put. Beautifully put.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank
You do you.
Anytime.
You do
That's
you,
what we're here
Alex.
for.
I love you guys. Thanks for the support.
You betcha.
All right, Megan from Fort Lupton, Colorado writes, Dear Win, my women reproductive parts seem to constantly misguide me and get me in trouble. What should I do? Natalie.
I don't know why they pick on me.
Rose to you, this question.
I happen to also have women parts, Megan, and I get it, right? I mean, they have that pull, that have that lure. It's like sometimes I see a hot looking guy, and all of my blood just rushes right downtown,
Right.
and all my brain just freezes up. So it's a tough one. I would kind of ask you guys the same thing though. I wonder if you guys maybe experienced something similar.
That they've misguided me?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
maybe your genitalia is taken to places that maybe you wish you wouldn't have gone.
Absolutely. A 150-mile walk back to the ocean to get herring, to go back to a penguin that's been incubating an egg for 4 months. And if the egg slips off the bottom of the feet, it freezes to death in 30 seconds, and we've lost the one shot
That's
at new
rough.
life. That is
Those are high
me-
stakes.
Yeah, and that is me
Well,
following
and
my
you
organ.
and your fellow penguins mate for life.
Absolutely.
So that's
Good point.
Absolutely. So you're talking about being misguided by your privates. Man, that's some serious sacrifice right
Yeah.
there.
Is it? How about you, Trev?
I just wear a chastity belt at all times, and it's not a problem.
Who's
I don't even
got
think
the
about it.
key?
Oh, so you're saying
I-
get a chastity belt.
Yeah, I just threw the key away. So who knows
Oh.
where it is? Earth has that key.
Now, how does that affect the hormone side of things, though?
It's fine.
Okay.
Maybe
I've
that's why
got
you
it under
can't
control.
grow a full beard.
Right.
That's most definitely why, but it's something I've learned to. I'm okay with it.
I don't know. I really want to get in that chastity belt now. I feel like I can't, so I want to.
Well,
That's
to
it.
any lucky man or woman out there who finds that key, you know the way.
What address should we ship it to?
I'm gonna tell you my address right now on the airwaves.
It is 12345
Lincoln.
ABC Street.
ABC Street.
ABC.
That's right.
1, 2, 3. Find that key for me.
So Natalie, I mean, she's kind of speaking about her women parts a little bit.
Right.
Do you think she's talking hormonal stuff or more of the visual stuff, like you said, where she just sees something and all the blood starts rushing?
Oh, I
downtown?
think she's talking about the blood rushing.
Okay.
Because, I don't know. I mean, other than that, I don't know where your women parts can really take you
Yeah.
that are dangerous.
Good
you
point.
know?
Good point. Good point. I mean, women have never made any mistakes
No.
across the world.
Thank
at
you.
all.
I was going to say, I mean, I haven't seen anything documented.
Yeah.
Is my stance.
Yeah, I can get that.
You know?
All right. Well, let's move on to John. We're still going to sneak some more time in here. John from Chicago, Illinois, and he writes, Dear Win, little spoon or big spoon when eating fine soups or cereals, and why?
I love this question.
Oh, all right. Well, then go ahead. What do you think, Nat?
Well, golly, that's a tough one. I mean, I thought, what a good question. It's something I'm going to have to think about. Honestly, I say go with the big spoon.
Right.
I don't know why. Maybe just greed.
Is it because you want to be just shoveling it in?
You don't
want to take your
love
time?
cereal on a big spoon.
Yeah, that's a good point.
True.
Yeah.
More pieces for square inch. I believe there's a scientific study on the amount of cereal pieces on a big spoon versus small spoons.
Right.
Harvard did something on it. MIT, I think, was working on an
Yeah.
invention to fit the most amount of pieces of cereal on a spoon.
It's like how big is the universe?
Absolutely. And that's why it's trending towards big spoons, because I think that's why the family size cereal boxes are getting bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
because the spoons are getting bigger. So they got to keep up with the demand, because that Harvard study was no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it verified it. You know what I mean?
And they actually recommended replacing it with not a salad bowl, but like a salad bowl, like a serving bowl.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's much larger, so you can get that good serving with the big spoon. And it's a Harvard study, so I can't argue with it.
Can't argue with it.
You know?
Well, it's definitely big spoon, John.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got one more little piece of inspiration to get you the rest of the week, known as Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Welcome, everybody. It is March, end of March. This is for you, Aries, out there. It's all about you. Is it any different than it's ever been? No, Aries, it is all about you. There will be a new moon at some point in the month ahead. It will affect you in some way. Be sure and pay attention to strangers as well as people that you know for any kind of communication that they may want to get to you. Also, remember, follow us on World Improv Network, AM 1320, 1340.
FM 1047.
And we are at live on Sundays from 7:58 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time on Mile High Sports Radio. Facebook, follow us at Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, YouTube at World Improv Network, and at iTunes, Google Play Podcast at World Improv Network.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.